All living things are made up of cells. Some organisms, such as amoeba, consist of single cells. Others, such as humans, are made up of millions of cells working together. There are many cells in our body, including blood cells, bone cells, muscle cells, nerve cells, sperm cells, and egg cells. Cells are categorized into two main groups, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. There are some similarities and differences between these types of cells. Prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells have some common features. A plasma membrane, an outer covering that separates the cell's interior from its surrounding environment, is one feature they have in common. Both cells have cytoplasm, consisting of jelly-like region in which other cellular components are found. DNA, the genetic material of the cell, is another feature they have in common. Both cells also have ribosomes, which are responsible for protein synthesis. However, there are some basic differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cells have a double membrane-bound nucleus which contains the cell's DNA. Prokaryotic cells do not have membrane-bound nucleus. They have a nucleoid, which is the central open part of the cell where the DNA is found. Eukaryotic cells also have membrane-bound organelles, which prokaryotic cells lack. These include mitochondria, rough and smooth endoplasmic reticulum, the Golgi complex, and in the case of plant cells, chloroplasts. Organisms with eukaryotic cells are called eukaryotes. They include all animals, plants, protozoa, and fungi. Organisms with prokaryotic cells are called prokaryotes. They include bacteria and archaea. Another difference between eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells is their size. Prokaryotic cells are significantly smaller than eukaryotic cells, which have a diameter ranging from 10 to 100 micrometers. The small size of prokaryotic allows ions and organic molecules that enter them to quickly spread to other parts of the cell. Similarly, any wastes produced within a prokaryotic cell can quickly move out. However, larger eukaryotic cells have evolved different structural adaptations to enhance cellular transport. Eukaryotes are mostly multicellular, having many cells. Prokaryotes are always single-celled or unicellular organisms. Examples of eukaryotes include amoebas, paramecium, and yeast. The structure of DNA in eukaryotic cells is different from prokaryotic cells. In the nucleus of eukaryotic cells, DNA forms tightly bound and organized chromosomes. Prokaryotic cells contain a single loop of stable chromosomal DNA stored in the nucleoid. The nucleoid is the area where DNA is found. Both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells have ribosomes, but in eukaryotic cells, the ribosomes are bigger and more complex and bound by a membrane. Most eukaryotes reproduce sexually. The offsprings have a genetic material, a combination of the parent's genome. Prokaryotes, however, reproduce asexually. Their offsprings are clones of the parent cell. Prokaryotes have a larger surface area to volume ratio than eukaryotic cells, which results in higher metabolic rates and therefore increased growth rates and shorter generation time. What are the differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells? What are the similarities between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells? There are some differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cells have double membrane bound nucleus. They have membrane bound organelles. They are large in size than prokaryotic cells and consist of multiple molecules of double-stranded linear DNA. However, prokaryotic cells lack membrane bound organelles. They are small in size than eukaryotic cells, and they have double-stranded and circular DNA. The similarities between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells include both eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells consist of plasma membrane, cytoplasm, deoxyribonucleic acid, and ribosomes. In general, cells are categorized into two main groups. These are eukaryotic and prokaryotic. There are some similarities and differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Both eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells have cell membrane, cytoplasm, ribosomes, and deoxyribonucleic acid.